So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Lyrians Claire A. Palomata, and today we are going to present the overpopulation and the impact on the environment together with Rochelle GOLINDANG.
So, to begin, let us start with the introduction. So, the Earth's population has reached an alarming 7.465 billion as of November 17, 2016, and continues to grow rapidly. This surge poses a significant threat to the environment as evidenced by 884 million lacking access to clean water, 1 billion suffering from inadequate nutrition, and 2.6 billion lacking basic sanitation. Additionally, only 25% of the planet remains untouched by human activity. Imagine these 25% are deserts, tropical or boreal zones. So this research delves into the critical issues of overpopulation and its impact on our planet. How overpopulation affects the environment with a population expected to reach 9 billion by 2050. So we must understand the historical development of this issue, the accuracy of the past predictions, the effectiveness of population control methods, the role of international organizations, and the consequences for nature and resources. Thus, this research aims to investigate the relationship between overpopulation and its environmental impact. It will explore the complex factors at play and provide a comprehensive understanding of the issue. So, background of the study, overpopulation, and the impact on environment. So, understanding the complex issue of overpopulation and its impact on the environment requires a historical perspective. This background explores key factors in influencing population growth throughout history. So, prehistoric time, limited resources, and high mortality rates. Early humans lived in small, nomadic communities with limited access to food and water. High mortality rates due to disease, famine, and violence kept population growth in check. Next is colonial era. Expansionism and colonialism. European colonization led to increased resource exploitation, trade, and population growth in colonized regions. This era also saw the introduction of new diseases and technologies that further impacted population dynamics. Next is Thomas Robert Malthus and his essay in population. So the Malthusian theory in 1798, Thomas Malthus predicted that population growth would inevitably exceed food production, leading to famine and misery. So his ideas sparked debate and influenced population policies for centuries. Next is the birth control. The development in contraception and family planning, so the invention of reliable birth control methods in the 20th century gave individuals more control over their fertility. So this significantly impacted population growth in many parts of the world. Next is the eugenics. The attempts to control population through eugenics is a controversial movement that aimed to improve the human gene pool by encouraging the desirable traits and discouraging the undesirable one. So, though largely discredited, eugenics policies have influenced population dynamics in some countries. Next one is the migration. So the movement of people across borders, large-scale migration has historically affected population distribution and growth in various regions. So factors like war, famine, and economic opportunities continue to drive migration patterns today. And lastly, we have the population bomb. So Paul Ehrlich's book in 1968, The Population Bomb, raised alarms about the dangers of overpopulation and its environmental consequences. So this work sparked renewed interest in population control measures and contributed to the creation of environmental movements. So additional factors, so improvements in healthcare, urbanization, or the rapid growth of cities, and socioeconomic factors. So understanding these historical influences is crucial for analyzing current population trends and developing effective strategies to address the environmental challenges associated with overpopulation. We also have here the China's one-child policy, which is implemented in 1979. So this policy limited families to one child, significantly impacting population growth. However, it also led to gender imbalances and ethical concerns. So next is the India's high population density. So as we all know that India is the second most populous country in the world, coming after China. So it faces challenges in managing resources like food, water, and energy. Next is the unequal access to family planning. The access to contraception and family planning services varies across socioeconomic groups, influencing population growth and patterns. So we also have religious and cultural influences. The religious beliefs and cultural norms can play a significant role in the uh, family size preferences, and reproductive health practices. So the US population on policy on population control, we focus on voluntary family planning. So the US government primarily promotes voluntary family planning programs and access to contraception instead of imposing mandatory measures. Political and ethical debates. US policies regarding abortion and access to contraception remain controversial and subject to ongoing debate. Abortion versus religion. So, religious views on abortion. So, different religions have diverse stances on abortion, influencing individual reproductive choices and societal attitudes toward population control. So, the debates on reproductive rights, the legal and ethical aspects of abortion continue to be fiercely debated, impacting population growth and access to healthcare services. In this juncture, we are going to discuss about what is really the problem that we are discussing. So, the overpopulation, which poses a significant threat to the environment and the well-being of future generations. So, this study addressed the critical need to understand the complex interplay between population growth and environmental degradation. So, by analyzing the current trends, evaluating the consequences, and exploring potential solutions, this research aims to contribute to the development of effective strategies for achieving a sustainable future for our planet. So, here are some environmental problems associated with overpopulation. As we all know, resource depletion. So, in food, with a growing population, so demand for growth increases significantly, leading to overexploitation of agricultural land and water resources. So, according to UN Food and Agriculture Organization, the global food production needs to increase by 50% by 2050 to feed the growing population. Imagine this large number. So, in water, the overpopulation strains freshwater resources, leading to water scarcity and depletion in many regions. So, the World Health Organization estimates that nearly 2 billion people worldwide lack access to safe drinking water. So, aside from this, there are also countries around the world that are already experiencing that no access to safe drinking water. In energy, a rising population increases energy demand, often leading to reliance on fossil fuels and contributing to climate change. We also have deforestation and habitat loss, and pollution and climate change. So, uh, this is really inevitable. So, overpopulation increases population from various sources, including industrial activities, transportation, and waste disposal. So, this air, water, and land pollution negatively impact human health and the ecosystem. So, a growing population also contributes to climate change through increased greenhouse gas emissions, primarily from fossil fuels consumption. So, in this juncture, we will provide some examples of how overpopulation affects the environment. So, here, as you can see the in the picture, this is the RLC before and after. So this RLC is also once the world's fourth largest inland sea. So the RLC has shrunk by over 90% due to unsustainable water withdrawal for irrigation projects to feed the growing population of Central Asia. Next one is we have the Barrier Reef. So, the world's largest coral reef system is facing severe threats due to climate change and pollution. So, it is exacerbated by increasing population pressure in coastal areas. Next one is the Amazon rainforest is the very popular rainforest that is located in Brazil. So, the Amazon rainforest is occurring at an alarming rate, driven in part by agricultural expansion to meet the demands of growing global population. So, addressing overpopulation and its environmental consequences requires collective action at individual, community, national, and international levels. So, by implementing sustainable practices and promoting responsible resource management, we can mitigate the impact of overpopulation and ensure a healthier planet for future generations. So, um, have the review of related literature, correlation between population growth and environmental degradation. We have Ehrlich PR 1968, which is the population BAM. Cohen GE 1995, the population growth and Earth's human carrying capacity. Bongart's J 2016, can the Earth support 10 billion people? Specific environmental impacts of overpopulation. We have Vitusik PM Muni, H.A. Lubchenko, J. and Mililio, J.M. 1997, Human Domination of Earth's Ecosystem. We have MEA 2005, Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, Ecosystems and Human Well-Being. Factors mediating the relationship between population and environment. We have York R. Rosa E. A. and Dietz T. 2003. The STIRPAT, IPAT, and Impact analytical tools for unpacking the driving forces of environmental impacts. We have Walker Nagel M. and Rees W. E. 1996, Our Ecological Footprint, Reducing Human Impact on the Earth, and potential solutions to address overpopulation and its environmental consequences. We have UNFPA 2018, The State of the World Population 2018, The Power of Choice, Family Planning as Fundamental Human Rights. We have IPBES 2019, Global Assessment Report on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. And lastly, we have Mikkelsen LS 2016, The Future of Food, Addressing Challenges of Population Growth and Climate Change. What is the significance of our study? So, this research can add up to the ongoing debates and discussions surrounding overpopulation and its environmental consequences. So, this contribution can help shape public opinion, inform policy decisions, and encourage further research in the vital area. So, overall, this research has the potential to make significant contributions to the field of environmental sustainability by providing valuable insights, identifying key challenges, and proposing potential solutions to address the complex issue of overpopulation and the impact on the environment.
Now is the methodology of the research. First, we have the data collection. Literature review. An extensive review of existing academic literature, including peer-reviewed journals, books, and reports from credible sources like the United Nations, World Health Organization, and also the environmental organizations. Also, we have statistical analysis, which is the data on population growth, environmental indicators like deforestation, carbon emission, and water scarcity. Also, we have the socio-economic factors, which will be obtained from reputable sources like the World Bank, FAO, and IPCC. Also, we have the case studies, which is an in-depth case studies of specific countries or regions experiencing rapid population growth, which will be conducted to understand the local context, challenges, and potential solutions. Also, we have the methods of our research. First, we have quantitative analysis, which is the use of statistical techniques such as regression analysis and panel data analysis to quantify the relationship between population and environmental indicators. Also, we have qualitative analysis, which is the use of content analysis of textual data, which is from literature and interviews will be conducted to understand the social, cultural, and economic factors influencing population growth and environmental impact. This research plan outlines a comprehensive approach to analyzing the impacts of overpopulation from various angles, considering ethical and dissemination aspects. So, the data analysis, which combines data from diverse sources to ensure robust findings, compare case studies to identify commonalities and contextual differences. Also, critically evaluates findings within existing research, considering limitations and biases. Also, we have the ethical considerations, which guarantees data anonymity and participant confidentiality, obtains informed consent for all research activities, present findings objectively and transparently, acknowledging limitation and avoiding biases. Also, we have the dissemination of findings, which publishes research in academic journals and presents of conferences for scientific contribution, creates policies, briefs, and reports to inform policymakers and stakeholders. Also, it conducts public outreach to raise awareness and foster informed discussion about solutions. The result and discussion. First, we have the population growth and resource consumption. The analysis of secondary data revealed a significant positive correlation between global population growth and resource consumption, like water, energy, and land. The study found that the increasing demand for resources has led to overexploitation, depletion, and degradation of natural resources. Also, the environmental impact. The qualitative analysis identified various environmental impacts associated with the overpopulation, which includes the climate change, deforestation, water pollution, and air pollution. Um, of course, we have climate change because increased greenhouse gas emissions due to the energy consumption and deforestation of the people. Also, land clearance for agriculture and urban expansion leading to habitat loss and the biodiversity decline, which of course we have the deforestation and water pollution, of course because of the contamination of water resources due to increased what waste generation and agricultural runoff, and lastly the air pollution, which is caused by the emissions from transportation, industrial activities, and energy production contributing to air pollution. So the findings of the research. Overpopulation drives resource overconsumption and environmental damage. Action is needed to address overpopulation and its consequences. Research must delve deeper into specific impacts and target solutions. Another limitations. While the research offers valuable insights into the relationship between overpopulation and the environment, it also has certain limitations. The reliance on the secondary data could lead to potential biases or inaccuracies. The limited number of expert interviews may not fully capture the diverse perspective on this complex issue. Additionally, the research primarily focuses on global trends and may not fully represent the unique context of these specific regions. Despite the limitation, the present study provides a valuable starting point for further research and discussion on the critical issue of overpopulation and its impact on the environment. By acknowledging the challenges and exploring potential solutions, we can work towards a more sustainable future for our planet.